Toxic individuals, whether manipulative, critical, or emotionally draining, can disrupt your peace of mind and hinder personal growth. Engaging with such people often leads to frustration, resentment, or self-doubt. However, Stoicism offers timeless wisdom for navigating these challenges with grace, resilience, and clarity. By focusing on what lies within your control, your thoughts, actions, and responses, you can maintain emotional balance while minimizing the negative impact of toxic behavior. This essay explores 13 clever ways to deal with toxic people, framed through the lens of Stoicism. Each strategy emphasizes ethical living, emotional mastery, and practical solutions, empowering you to handle difficult relationships without compromising your dignity or well-being. Recognize what lies within your control. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is distinguishing between what you can control and what lies beyond your influence. Toxic individuals often thrive on triggering reactions, anger, guilt, or defensiveness that expose vulnerabilities. Instead of obsessing over their behavior, focus on managing your own mindset. For example, if someone criticizes you unfairly, resist the urge to retaliate or internalize their words. Ask yourself, can I change their opinion? Is this reaction justified, or am I overreacting based on assumptions? By recognizing that their actions are outside your direct control, you reclaim agency over your happiness. Epictetus advised, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By accepting responsibility for your responses, you transform adversity into an opportunity for growth. Practice emotional detachment. Detachment doesn't mean indifference. It means releasing attachment to specific outcomes or expectations, while remaining compassionate and engaged with life. Many men struggle with relationships because they tie their self-worth to another person's presence or validation. Stoicism encourages detaching from external results while staying grounded in virtue. If a toxic person tries to provoke you, detach emotionally from the need to defend yourself or prove your worth. Trust that everything unfolds as it should, guided by universal reason. For instance, if they insult you, respond calmly. I understand that you're upset. Let me know when you're ready to have a constructive conversation. Paradoxically, this detachment often disarms toxic individuals. When you stop reacting impulsively, you project independence and self-sufficiency, qualities that undermine their ability to manipulate your emotions. As Seneca emphasized, no man is free who is not master of himself. By mastering your desires and attachments, you position yourself as someone who commands respect and admiration. Reframe negative behavior as a reflection of them. Toxic behavior often stems from insecurity, fear, or unresolved pain. The Stoics taught that people act according to their perceptions and judgments, which may be flawed or misguided. Instead of taking their actions personally, reframe them as reflections of their inner turmoil rather than attacks on your character. For example, if someone spreads rumors about you, remind yourself, this isn't about me, it's about their need for attention or validation. Such reframing reduces emotional suffering and fosters compassion toward their struggles. Marcus Aurelius observed, "The opinions of others cannot damage us unless we let them." By refusing to internalize negativity, you protect your peace and prevent toxic individuals from eroding your confidence. Set clear boundaries. Boundaries define the limits of acceptable behavior in any relationship. When someone consistently ignores or violates your boundaries, it signals disrespect for your autonomy and well-being. Stoicism advocates for fairness and justice, urging individuals to uphold their rights while respecting others. For instance, if a toxic person repeatedly interrupts or belittles you, communicate your expectations firmly yet kindly. I value our conversations, but interrupting undermines mutual respect. Please allow me to finish before responding. Clear boundaries empower you to protect your peace and ensure that your needs are met. Toxic individuals often test limits to see how much they can get away with. By setting firm boundaries, you establish a foundation of mutual respect, or expose their unwillingness to honor it. Practice active listening without absorbing negativity. Active listening, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, demonstrates empathy and respect, fostering deeper understanding. However, engaging with toxic individuals requires discernment. While listening attentively, avoid absorbing their negativity or allowing it to influence your mood. For example, if someone vents about their frustrations, acknowledge their feelings without taking them personally. I hear you. That sounds challenging. How do you plan to address it? Such responses validate their experiences while maintaining emotional distance. Epictetus famously said, "We have 2 ears and 1 tongue, so that we may listen twice as much as we speak." By prioritizing listening over talking, you position yourself as someone who values understanding over ego, a trait universally admired. Strategic silence also demonstrates patience and confidence, qualities that enhance your attractiveness without compromising your integrity. Respond with rationality, not reactivity. Toxic individuals often thrive on provoking impulsive reactions. Instead of responding emotionally, approach situations with calmness and objectivity. This mindset enables you to express your thoughts clearly and listen attentively without taking things personally. For instance, if someone expresses criticism or dissatisfaction, respond thoughtfully rather than reactively. I hear what you're saying. Let me think about it and get back to you. Such responses demonstrate emotional intelligence and a willingness to collaborate. Stoicism teaches us to speak wisely and use language purposefully. Avoid accusatory statements or attempts to guilt-trip them. Instead, frame your words constructively, focusing on understanding their perspective while sharing yours honestly. Effective communication ensures that both parties feel heard and valued, strengthening the foundation of any interaction. If reconciliation be desired, cultivate empathy. Without enabling, empathy involves understanding another person's feelings and motivations without necessarily condoning their behavior. High-value individuals navigate toxic dynamics by balancing compassion with accountability. The Stoics valued kindness and fairness, urging individuals to celebrate the humanity in others. For example, if someone lashes out due to stress or anxiety, acknowledge their struggles without excusing harmful actions. I understand that you're going through a tough time, but yelling isn't productive. Let's find a better way to resolve this. By practicing empathy without enabling, you create an environment where both parties feel seen and valued. Toxic individuals often crave validation but lack the tools to seek it constructively. By offering guidance rather than indulgence, you foster healthier interactions. Do not use humor to diffuse tension. Humor is a powerful tool for disarming toxic behavior. When used appropriately, it lightens the mood and shifts focus away from conflict. Stoicism champions wit and lightheartedness as antidotes to unnecessary drama. For instance, if someone makes a sarcastic comment, respond with humor. Wow, that was sharp. Did you practice all night? Such responses neutralize hostility while demonstrating confidence and composure. However, avoid using humor to mock or belittle others, as this perpetuates toxicity. Instead, aim for levity that invites connection rather than division. Limit exposure to toxic individuals. While Stoicism emphasizes acceptance of external events, it also encourages avoiding unnecessary harm. If a toxic person consistently drains your energy or undermines your well-being, limit your exposure to them whenever possible. For example, reduce contact by setting boundaries around communication or declining invitations that involve prolonged interaction. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Surround yourself with individuals who uplift and inspire you, fostering deeper and more fulfilling connections. By prioritizing healthy relationships, you align with Stoic ideals of mutual respect and kindness. Lead by example. Leading by example is one of the most powerful ways to inspire change in others. When someone sees you acting with grace, integrity, and purpose, they naturally gravitate toward you. Your calm demeanor and dignified behavior may prompt reflection on their part, encouraging them to reconsider their priorities. For instance, if a toxic person notices your ability to remain composed despite challenges, they might recognize the strength and stability you embody. This subtle yet impactful form of influence aligns with Stoic principles of leading through virtue rather than coercion. As Epictetus taught, if anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said of you, but answer, "He was ignorant of my other faults. Else he would not have mentioned these alone." By embodying patience and understanding, you model behaviors that elevate both yourself and those around you. If they observe your continued commitment to excellence and kindness, they may feel compelled to reconnect, not out of obligation but out of genuine appreciation for who you've become. Accept people as they are. Acceptance is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. While striving for improvement is admirable, expecting everyone to align with your ideals is unrealistic. Toxic individuals may never change, and clinging to hope for transformation only prolongs suffering. For example, if someone repeatedly exhibits harmful patterns despite your efforts, accept their limitations. "I care about you, but I can't control your choices. I'll continue supporting myself and others in meaningful ways." By embracing impermanence and human fallibility, you cultivate resilience and contentment. As Marcus Aurelius observed, "What injures the hive injures the bee." Focusing on your own growth ensures that toxic behavior doesn't harm your sense of self. 12. Prioritize self-care. Dealing with toxic people can be emotionally exhausting. High-value individuals prioritize self-care, whether physical, mental, or spiritual, to replenish their energy and maintain balance. The Stoics valued moderation and temperance, urging individuals to live harmoniously with nature. For example, dedicate time to activities that nourish your soul, such as exercise, meditation, or creative pursuits. These practices restore inner peace and reinforce your ability to handle adversity gracefully. Women admire men who radiate positivity, generosity, and authenticity. By prioritizing self-care, you attract individuals who appreciate depth and substance. Gratitude strengthens bonds, ensuring that your relationships thrive on mutual admiration and respect. Trust the natural flow of events. Ultimately, Stoicism teaches us to trust the natural flow of events. Life unfolds according to universal reason, and resisting this process only creates unnecessary suffering. If a toxic relationship is meant to end, it will occur naturally, without force or manipulation. Focus on living virtuously and authentically, trusting that your efforts will yield positive outcomes in due time. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so sincerely." By surrendering attachment to specific results, you open yourself to unexpected blessings. If reconciliation occurs, welcome it with an open heart, but only if it aligns with your highest good. Conclusion: navigating toxicity with wisdom. Dealing with toxic people requires patience, resilience, and ethical living. Through Stoic principles, emotional mastery, humility, detachment, and authenticity, you transform adversity into opportunity, emerging stronger, wiser, and more fulfilled. Whether or not the relationship improves, you'll emerge better equipped to navigate life's complexities with grace and resilience. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius wisely concluded, freedom is secured not by the fulfilling of men's desires, but by the removal of desire. Let go of attachment to outcomes, and focus instead on cultivating inner peace and virtue. In doing so, you ensure that nothing and no one can undermine your autonomy. Final answer: recognize what lies within your control. Practice emotional detachment. Reframe negative behavior as a reflection of them. Set clear boundaries. Practice active listening. Respond with rationality, Cultivate empathy without enabling. Use humor to diffuse tension. Limit exposure to toxic. Individuals lead by example. Accept people as they are, prioritize self-care, and trust the natural flow of events to deal with toxic people effectively.